Ladies, check this out. There's an article on goodmenproject.com that states if a woman has these 6 traits, do not marry her.
What?
Pay attention. According to the article, if she's a daddy or mommy's girl,
What?
a shopaholic, a workaholic,
Oh, damn.
a narcissist, an attention seeker, or a spiritual vampire. Which I was like, what is a spiritual vampire?
Right.
I looked it up. It's basically someone who is cynical, pessimistic, and negative.
Negative, yeah.
Yeah, they always go in the opposite direction. Ladies, what do you think about these traits? What do you think about this list of traits? Do you
I
agree?
don't care about that. What I care about is 6 traits for marrying a man.
Yeah, that was Lonnie Love from The Real. Her co-host Adrienne, she brought up the topic of a list. And the list, it was created to help men. It gave them traits in women that you want to stay away from. And immediately, Lonnie Love, she deflected. She didn't address not one thing on the list. Instead, she said, I want to see the list for women on what men they should stay away from. Before we get into it, take a second to make sure that you are subscribed to this channel. Click the notification bell for all updates. And if you're new, include new subscriber in your comment below. And I'm going to try my best to respond to all of you. Not going to waste any time here. Let's go ahead and hear what else Lonnie had to say.
Ladies, what do you think about these traits? What do you think about this list of traits? Do you agree?
I don't care about that. What I care about is 6 traits for marrying a man.
Are they the same?
Probably worse. A cheater, don't make no money, homeless, carless.
Emotionally unavailable.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a
Carry
big
baggage.
thing.
Let's talk about that.
Guys, what was that song? You ain't nothing but a liar, a cheater,
Okay.
a deceiver, heartbreaker. Yes.
All right, we got to keep it a whole bean, Lonnie. You're the only one that's only been with cheaters, men with no jobs, just like her current boyfriend. But Lonnie, you know that's all you had because that's all you can attract. Whose fault is it that quality men weren't attracted to you?
I
That's
think
what I
we
care.
all have a little bit of those things
Exactly.
on the list. What are you supposed to do?
Who
I mean,
doesn't
not all
shop?
of them.
And then here comes Garcelle, identifying with those same traits, as well as Lonnie. She's like, exactly. But you know what, Garcelle and Lonnie? That is why nobody wants you. Y'all are 50-year-old women. And instead of hearing this list and saying, you know what, this is why nobody wants me, Lonnie decides to deflect. And then you have Garcelle who's like, well, yeah, we have these traits, but it's okay. No, it's not okay, Garcelle. Again, it's the reason why you're single.
I would say for me, workaholic. I would say a shopaholic too, to a certain degree. But I feel like, but that's what I do. That's what I'm doing. If that's a negative thing for a man,
I'm
then
trying to,
see ya.
I can kind of get
Bye.
the mommy's girl, the daddy's girl, maybe, you know. What's worse is a mama's boy. That's
Oh, I
worse.
agree.
You know, because they don't never want to get out the mama house.
No.
And then they allow the mama, I believe, because I was dating one time, and I almost beat up the mama.
Lonnie, don't be fighting people's moms.
Went south real quick.
Why?
We was only a few ages different.
Oh,
But there you have
you're
it,
robbing
starting
the
to make
cradle.
sense.
And then instead of making improvements to herself to make her qualify for a man, other than Pookie, she refused to do that. Going to school and getting an engineering degree didn't do it. Or becoming a comedian and making a lot of money on a talk show, that didn't do it either. All she did was trade out Pookie for Chad, and she's really still having the same results. Why? Because she's still the same person.
Okay, what happened in that relationship?
It didn't last. He was a true mama's boy. Everything that his mama did, it's like his mama had a whole book of things that she wanted, she felt like his future wife should do. Like a whole handbook.
really?
And I was like,
That's
well,
controlling.
where's his handbook?
Okay.
I'm just like, I always say, you putting things on women, what about the men?
Yeah.
And that was my thing. But I just knew that wasn't going to last. When I saw that handbook, I said, bitch, I ain't doing half of the things in this
damn.
handbook. Okay?
Of course, Lonnie, you're not gonna do anything that actually requires work. You're too lazy.
The question is, did you raise your son to be self-sufficient to do all these things as well?
Right, as well.
That's what I'm
As
saying.
long as your son is able and capable of
Yeah.
doing these things, then I get that you require that because it's something you yourself bring to the table.
And Adrienne, just be quiet, okay? All of your friends are delusional. Roxy, Julissa. You already know who wears the pants in her marriage anyway.
Do you have any other these traits that we're talking about?
I feel like workaholic was probably the only one.
Okay.
That I can definitely lean towards like being a workaholic. Narcissist, Don't date a man that's a narcissist. That's
No.
that goes
Exactly.
in general. That seemed
Right.
pretty obvious. Some of these seemed.
No, wait. I know she didn't just say what I thought she said.
Don't date a man that's a narcissist. That's
No.
that goes
Exactly.
in general. That seemed
Right.
pretty obvious.
But the original topic was the traits in women that men should avoid.
If a woman has these 6 traits, do not marry her.
What?
And then remember, Lonnie said this.
Do you
I
agree?
don't care about that. What I care about is 6 traits for marrying a man.
And you see how this feminist, she was able to deflect and change the whole conversation to the point where you heard this.
Don't date a man that's a narcissist. That's
No.
that goes
Exactly.
in general. That seemed
Right.
pretty obvious. Don't date a man that's a narcissist.
You see how the conversation went from warning men not to marry female narcs to them now flipping it and talking about men? This is a daytime talk show, but this happens all over the place. Whenever it's time to hold them accountable, modern women, they will change the subject, they will deflect.
At the
Actually,
end
all
of
of
the
these
day,
seem
it don't
pretty
matter.
obvious.
A woman can have
They did
all
pretty
these
obvious.
things. Men
And
gonna
still
still be with them. They
That's
still,
true.
it
That's
don't matter.
true.
I don't even know why they up here talking lists and all this other kind of stuff.
Yeah.
If we know.
Let me
We
tell
know,
you though,
we know.
on the shopaholic
Yeah.
side, although Garcelle, you said you can be a shopaholic,
Yeah.
I think that is a concerning thing for a man because if he's the one being the provider for that shopping,
Sure, I could see
and
that.
now it's his credit cards and his bank account, he's trying to pay the rent, and you went and bought some Givenchy shoes, and now we can't,
Givenchy.
that's a problem. Versus in your case, you're a shopaholic, but you pay out of you are
I'm doing it myself.
correct. So
Right,
I think
exactly.
You paying for them shoes whether you know it or
Right.
not.
That's true.
Look, Lonnie knows all about having to pay for everything on her own. She's been strong and independent for a long time. And because of that and her feminist mindset, she's going to continue to do that forever. The thing about it for Lonnie, her bitterness comes from never having the man that she wanted to be with her or be excited about being with her. And instead of figuring out what it is about her, she blames all of the men around her, the ones that she had experiences with. And then she'll go on national television with these same stories so that she could have other women with the same experiences cheer her on or validate her experiences. And it's really not helping any of them. Not only that, they're sabotaging the younger women, feeding them this steady diet of feminism. But we're going to go ahead and leave it right here. Let's get the conversation started below in the comments. Let me know what you think about all of this. Shout out to Tyrone W, Dallas Cowboys, aka 225 Dallas, who said, "I love your content, sis." Dark Power and Maurice. Want to see more content like this? You can support as well. Links to Cash App and PayPal are below. Ladies, fellas, want a balanced analysis, want the truth from a woman's perspective? Then you're going to want to subscribe to this channel and don't forget to like and share.